All right. Well, while we're all eating bread except Molly.
Did anyone see his shirt today? I only saw the top half.
Oh,
it said "Be the knife of kindness." Was
that
the
cuts
top
to the
part,
bottom
so
of sadness.
amazing.
He's worn that shirt around the moon base, I think, a couple times.
Yep.
For,
I want that shirt.
I think for the Paranoia campaign, he wore a lot of shirts like that.
Oh, absolutely. So while everyone is enjoying their bread, we're going to review what's in the challenges here. First, we're going to start with Matt and Graham do a thing.
Okay.
They're not here.
Okay.
Accepted.
Matt and Graham do another thing.
What's...
Yeah, we just actually, I could literally read all these, but we're not going to do any of these.
Well, if you're
Don't
not
air
going to
that
do any
laundry.
of them, why are you bothering reading out who they're for?
I'm just shaming Nightwatch. Hey, Nightwatch, do a thing with a photo. Sing a song. Ben, talk about a cartoon show.
I'm jealous
Oh.
they're getting all these challenges, and
Do
we're
it.
getting none.
Yeah.
No challenges for Zeta.
Do a this or
Is that true?
I'm pretty sure he may have done that one. I
Rest-
think they're just not marking off the stuff they do.
Wrestling promos, and go to Gundam Hell.
But I do think Hippo is a pretty good show.
And then also, this person got a Game Boy Color from an abandoned daycare.
Great. Cool story.
Did it fly out at them?
They're concerned that it's cursed, and how would you uncurse it? Well, I'm
Yeah,
accepting
you're
that
actually
for
just
us.
shaming Max, I think.
Yeah, I know.
Why would you want to uncurse it? Think of all the interesting games you could play if it's cursed. I'm assuming that's kind of like it being hacked, but for ghosts.
If you have a cursed Game Boy Color, does it change the game that you're playing to something else, or does it just, when you turn it on with no game in it, it has its own games?
I'm assuming that one.
Yeah, it would have like some kind of very oh god, who is the internet cryptid? The one with the giant Momo.
Yeah. Oh,
There's just like a Momo game.
Or just all the NPCs in all of the games, instead of speaking to the game character, they speak to you personally.
like
Yeah.
you're playing an RPG or something, but it's not talking to you. It's actually addressing
Was this
you, the person.
Was this an original Game Boy or Game Boy Color?
This was a Game Boy Color. Yeah.
Okay, so I would say that this would be like, if it's cursed with a ghost in it of some kind, this is your chance to have a real AR experience with a Game Boy that otherwise you could not get.
Like do your own Fatal Frame with this thing.
Yeah,
Like walk around
yeah,
and like it somehow can see ghosts in front of you.
It's got no camera on it, which is why it's amazing.
What if you plug a Game Boy camera or a Game Boy printer into it? Because if you plug the Game Boy camera into it,
It can see, and if you plug the printer into it, it just prints off screaming.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, if you print with it enough, maybe you can print the ghost out. But again, I don't know why you would want to.
It may be kind of a lapis lazuli situation where someone got trapped in this Game Boy and they can only communicate through games.
Or do you think printing it creates copies?
Oh no!
Just make more of that. The spirit.
Just copyright
Plug
infringement
plug
a
one of those
ghost.
connector cables and pass it to another Game Boy. Problem solved for your Game Boy,
Or
not
if
for the
you have-
person haunting the.
If you have
Game
like
Boy.
the four-way
Maybe.
link that you got with
Yeah.
F1 Race.
Oh, but maybe that's how you get your ghost Pokemon. They
You
only
have
made
the four-way
3.
link with someone who's cursed.
Yeah.
That's good. All right. Well, I'm going to consider that done. They want to know how to uncurse it, but because this is Zeta, I'm not listening to what they have to say.
Zeta is cursed by definition.
We don't
Yeah.
deal in exorcisms here.
Everyone's
we deal
like-
in intercisms.
People are like, you're being so mean to Max, and I'm like,
Wingdings.
not really. This is the third day in a row I've run into this. So I finally thought today will be the day that I actually say something about it. I'm not mad. I just I need to do something with this new piece of information. What am I going to do? I'm going to go over stuff that we're not going to do. That's
Just a
what I'm
gentle
going to do.
We
Ribbing.
could just, invent a bunch of new curses.
Yeah.
That sounds like something we would do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds like a thing I do on Sundays.
I mean, you could remove the old curse by just imprinting a superior curse over top of it. Superior curse over top of it. That's redundant, Cameron.
I mean, a lot of curses are a little on the redundant side, Cameron, so I think it
Yeah.
really suits it.
Fair.
Because it's like I curse you and your wife and your children, and it's like, well, that's already. If you curse me, it's gonna follow.
Yeah.
It's
It's not like they get away really unscathed
No.
there.
Yeah, well, it's like cursing someone to cough up hair, where I'm already getting hair in my mouth all the time. Especially when I'm trying the wigs in the office.
Yeah.
God, I hate when I wake
Or
up
like
and I'm groggy and I go to the bathroom and then and then all of a sudden it's like I pull a hair out of my mouth and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know how long that's been in there, but I bet it's been in there all night.
That's
is
the
that-
only thing that's left of that spider.
Is that
it just,
We wove it
just
into a
became
filament
one
with your
long line,
snoring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like either I feel like they're going to be curses we already have, or it's going to be something along the lines of like those Paper Mario curses, where every time you get cursed, it's really a helpful game mechanic, so that you can turn into a boat and float away.
I'm sure you could set up some kind of like Twitch plays cursed Game Boy, and just monetize it.
I like the
Yeah, Twitch exercises Game Boy.
Oh yeah.
Takes Cursed Game Boy out for a walk.
I'm just trying to imagine what would happen if somebody cursed me and like my spouse and my children, and I'd be like, I'm gonna get married.
Yeah, like, would you? I don't know. Would you try to seek somebody who is okay with that information, or just find your ideal person and then not tell them until your honeymoon?
Guess what,
would
honey?
be the more cursed thing to do? I
Yeah.
suppose it would be ethical to tell them,
Right.
and then
Didn't this happen in
if they
Into the
were
Woods?
into it.
Also, what's that black ribbon around your neck?
Never
Yeah,
did
you
happen
just
in
find
Into the
somebody who also has like, you know, their curse is also simpatico. You know?
I love
Yeah.
Lid for every pot.
the comic I saw where it was like she had a ribbon tied around her neck and he was always like, and she said, you must never untie this ribbon. You must never untie this ribbon. And I'm like, oh, I love this. And you get all the way to the very end and she's like, it's okay now. It's okay. I'm on my deathbed. It's okay. You can untie the ribbon. And he unties the ribbon and she has a neck tattoo that says Insane Clown Posse. It's like, what the bus, Deborah?
I'm just like, oh, it's like Tomie. It's just gonna be like,
You must never untie the ribbon, baby. You can wear the ribbon all the time.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I've derailed whatever it was the curses we were coming up with. Do we want to brainstorm
okay.
a few more?
So the curse is that a tattoo appears on your skin.
Okay,
You don't,
yep.
you don't pay for it, but
No.
a tattoo appears on your skin.
Okay.
Is it like a Tweety Bird tattoo? Is that the kind of thing like you get it at the mall?
Nah, it's
Tasmania Devil in baggy jeans and a baseball jersey.
He's
It's
got a
something
big
that would
S on his
subconsciously
chest.
cause you shame if people knew you had it.
What about if it super consciously caused me shame when people knew I had it? Like, I feel a Tweety Bird tattoo would do that. You know, one of the ones of like a swallow, the sailor tattoo.
Where I think also that magnifies the shame.
Oh,
Sort of a shame
Tip
multiplier
of the
depending
nose.
what
Tip
if,
of the nose.
what if it's
Doesn't
a
matter
tat-
what it is.
What if it's a tattoo on the back of your neck, right? That people can just see poking above like the collar of your shirt, pretty much, or like it's on the side of your neck, like you can never really get a good look at it. So that's kind of, there we go. That's a little bit of like Slender Man SCP's territory there. You can never really get a
Yeah.
good look at it. But when somebody says what it is, the next morning, like they're like, why do you have a Yosemite Sam tattoo on the side of your neck? You're like, oh God, is that what that is? And then the next morning when you wake up, like when you've had 8 hours of sleep or any sleep, you wake up and it's different.
This is just constantly changing. Like you can't know its true name.
Yeah, you'll never know
Yeah.
what it is, and it's only until somebody asks you what it is. And it's never gonna be like, you know, like a Nazi swastika. It's not gonna be the kind of thing that gets you like beat up, but it's gonna be the kind of thing people wonder why it's there.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a Coney 2012 tattoo or something.
Or every time Post Malone gets a tattoo, you also
Ooh.
get that tattoo.
Oh, the tattoo of Dorian Gray.
Is it the same tattoo?
It's the same
people think-
tattoo.
so, but is it like it's the same tattoo? People think that you're like copying Post Malone.
Yes.
It's gonna go in the same place.
Or is
Oh.
it in an Antipodean place on your body?
No.
So you look
Are
like a
you
reverse
you're
Post
saying
Malone.
mirrored? You're like the mirror image of Post Malone.
Same tattoo, 50% quality.
Worse.
Like you're like, oh, he got that cool tattoo. I'd like it too.
What if it's way better? Like, what if you get the same tattoos, but they're so much better, and people are like, Post Malone had yours is way better than his, actually. Like people who really care, because then you have to be like, you really care about what Post Malone's tattoos look like.
That seems less cursish.
But he might get mad. He might wonder if you're competing with him.
Would Is he that self-conscious?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Yeah, not at all. The man has a signature line of Crocs. I don't think he's going to be going after you.
But it might get into like an arms race, right? He might try to get even nicer and nicer tattoos.
Again, I think he'd have to feel self-conscious about that kind of thing, and I'm not sure
But
he does.
like again, remember how much time you spent unaware of Post Malone. So like, it's the person getting the tattoos might not even know that another person is causing this.
Oh.
Oh.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, that's good. I like Laserbeak's fairy take. Every time Post Malone gets a tattoo, when he wakes up the next morning, essentially it stops. It's not there anymore.
Oh,
And so he keeps trying to get new ones, and it keeps.
Oh, because they keep
so
like
it's definitely the
transferring
tattoo
over.
of Dorian Gray here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then, what happens if we get a tattoo? Can't wear hats? Asks. I think you keep it. I don't know if it's a pay it forward situation where it goes into somebody else's body.
I really love the idea that there's a painting in your attic that just has like wicked face tats.
It's Victorian era, but it's just like
Yeah.
it looks like the Jim Malone. What's the name of the dude who does the not Malone? Cripe. He has that circus where people hang
Jim
things-
Rose?
Jim Rose. Thank you.
Like the Illustrated Man?
Yeah, like the Illustrated Man. That. Thank you. God, I had the multiple steps. Thank you for getting me there, Cameron.
Do you just have like, does your painting have increasingly bad attempts at the Mike Tyson like temple tattoo? Where it's like you try to do it to yourself and you went for the big payoff immediately. You're like, no, I'm going to get a tattoo. I'm going to do it myself and it's going to be the Mike Tyson. And it's just like messed up, so you have to try it on the other side of your face.
Yeah. No, we're nerds, so it would be like the Chakotay.
Ooh.
Just like, not a good idea.
And this is
Ugh.
kind of approaching more like blessing than curse territory, but I love the idea that you get a Mike Tyson tattoo, like you get it done, and then you wake up the next morning hungover, but the tattoo is gone and it's on the painting. And so you go out again the next night and you get a different artist to do the Mike Tyson tattoo, and then they stack on the painting.
Oh,
and so
it's
you
like
just have this
smudgy.
painting in your attic, which is this bramble, this kind of ichor
Where you can
spreading over
kind
their
of
face.
make out some of it.
And then, like, eventually an octogenarian Spanish parishioner comes by and, like, tries to clean it up.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh.
Throws holy water on it, and they all slack back onto your face.
But the like messed up like correction transfers to your face.
Yeah.
Yeah.